KD2 LRX. Hopefully I'm on the radio, everybody. Am I on the radio? KD2 LRX. What's going on here? Yeah, LRX, you're 10-8-2-5 over on this end. One on the window cell. KB6 DHR. KD2 LRX, KB6 DHR. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that report. I was having I was transmitting. Nothing was wrong with my radio, but it wasn't coming up on my Wires X screen. But now it is, so I appreciate that. This is FusionNet. We're set to begin at 8:30. I just had my slice of pizza for dinner. Actually, my 2. Okay, I had 3. And I'm getting ready for the start of the net. Feeling energized, recharged, and feeling good. All right, so we'll do pre-checks in 3 minutes. So stand by, KD2LR. Well, if you're going to have dinner while you're on the radio, you should really bring enough for all of us. KB6, DHR. Touche. You're absolutely right about that. Well, I will tell you that when we have when we have our interactive meetings using that virtual conferencing system that we use, I always forget. I think it's Zoom. We always do encourage people to bring their pizza or whatever they're eating to the net. So that'll be coming soon. I'm excited for that.
Jay, what are we having for dinner tonight?
I had pizza, my friend. I had pizza. I had 2 slices of Sicilian and a barbecue slice. Barbecue chicken. That's so good. But you want to know something, Joe? I ordered the pizza around like 6:30 tonight. It didn't come until like 8:07.
I purposely ordered dinner tonight, like around 4:30. It came a little after 5, so I purposely ate dinner early, just so I could sit here in on the FusionNet. Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo. I didn't identify the first time around.
Well, you know what actually happened? The pizza delivery guy gave my order to somebody else accidentally, so they had to remake the order, and that's what the holdup was about. An hour and a half later.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. When I was younger, before all these cell phones and everything, my cousin lives in Howard Beach, Queens, and of course, I live here in Gravesend, Brooklyn, New York. And as a joke, my brother and I, we would call, different pizzerias, have them deliver pizza to our house, Chinese food, and whatever else was in the surrounding area, the facciaria, and so we would call them. It got to the point where my aunt was out on the lawn yelling obscenities to them, "Get off my blankety blank lawn!" So one night, my brother and I, we decided to order Domino's, and we decided to order Domino's pizza. Of all the pizza that's out there here in Brooklyn, we decided to order Domino's. About a half an hour later, L&B Spumoni Gardens is knocking on our door, and he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "I got a delivery." And I was like, I looked at my brother, I said, "I thought you ordered Domino's." He goes, "I did." So I said to him, I said, "The L&B guy is here." He goes, "Take it." So we take the L&B pizza. Only like within the next 15 to 20 minutes, we start getting Domino's and Papa John's. My cousin had reversed the tables on us and ordered like a whole bunch of pizza to our house. So when the Domino's guy finally got there, we were like, no, we didn't order Domino's. What are you talking about?
That's crazy. You know, you got lucky with the first go around being LMB Savoni Garden. I mean, that's like the best right there. So, um, you got really lucky. You're lucky that Domino's didn't come first, and then you would eat in the Domino's, and then when LMB was there, you would have been like, "Oh my God, I'm too full for this."
It had gotten so bad at one time. I mean, it really. I mean, we were at war with each other with like calling different places. That Jay, I kid you not, man, we could not get any delivery place to deliver to us at all. They just wouldn't come. That was it. They were hanging up on us. It was terrible. We literally had to go back to the store and tell them, look, we're going to give you a passcode when we call. If you don't hear this code, then you don't deliver. That's how bad it got. We were up on the wall. Our address was on the wall. They wouldn't come to our house.
Yeah, you got blacklisted. My God, you guys were definitely offenders then for that to happen. That's crazy. Because I think what happens is that like when like one store in the community gets like a bad word about someone, they then have like even though they're competitors with each other, they have like a little network and they call each other and they let you know, hey, listen, just want you to be careful that this guy I banned him from my store, so if he comes to you, you know, you might want to ban him too.
Well, let me tell you, one of the owners of Joseph Avenue U, he was like, "You know who my partner is? Do you know who my partner is?" He goes, "You guys playing this?" Like I can't even say it on the air. They were furious, man, furious. Oh man, just about a couple of weeks ago, I walked into Joseph Avenue U. I actually felt a little guilty walking in there because just like reminiscing on how they wouldn't deliver, and they were one of the few places that just like completely just like they didn't want to hear nothing. That's it. They just stopped. We actually, my cousin and I, my cousin, my brother and myself, we had to call a truce with each other.
Yeah, that was calling the truce was definitely good. Good idea. Otherwise, you would have had to relocate because you would never be able to get a pizza, you'd never be able to get a burger, you'd never be able to get Chinese food, anything you want, because everyone would have banned you and everyone associated with you, which means that if you got banned, anytime I was in Brooklyn, I'd get banned because I am friends with you.
We were put in the delivery relocation protective relocation witnesses.
I used to get macaroni and meatballs. Now I get tomato sauce. Now I get pasta and ketchup, noodles and ketchup.
I actually we still I mean I do buy the Ronzoni every now and again. Sometimes I'll get the Colavita pasta, but we still have pastoso over here, so we get fresh. We get fresh pasta here, man, and I'm talking like it's awesome. It's just like they make it, they hang it on a little pole above the deli, so we still get that fresh pasta. It cooks a heck of a lot more quick too. But yeah, all right, it's 8:35. We took up enough of you guys' time there. Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo. I'll shut up now.
Just one other comment that I have on the whole topic, and then we'll shut up officially. Is the slice that I ordered from my pizza place is sort of like their equivalent, and they've been doing it like L&B has been making their upside down slice forever. I mean, since I think literally like 1890 or something 18 something, I think, right? And and this place that I got my pizza, they're actually a pizzeria that started in Queens, and they have them all around Queens. And then they started moving into Long Island, and then they bought a pizza shop here in Great Neck, and they have an upside down slice that's incredible. Not as good as L&B, and it's inconsistent. Sometimes it's incredible, sometimes it's not as much. And tonight I ordered three of those, two for me, one for Leonora. And well, because the guy dropped off the order to the wrong place, they ended up just giving me regular Sicilian slices. So it wasn't bad, but I wanted my upside down slice. So gives me a good excuse to get pizza tomorrow, everybody. Let me let this job. All right, we're doing pre-checks. We've just been rag chewing, I guess, for the last 10 minutes or so. But this is KD2LRX, your net control operator, along with my good buddy and partner in crime, Joe EC2AE, who is in the I guess he's in that seat that like the pilots take when they're not actually flying the plane. He is also accompanied by David and 7FKY, and they're watching me. Hopefully I won't crash this thing. So with that said, we're doing pre-checks. We have a great trivia night also lined up for y'all. About a month ago I did presidential trivia. Well, guess what, guys? It's back. And I am so excited to do this one. I think this one's a little harder, but I think you're going to remember the answers and some of these questions. To share with your family and friends over the weekend, and I'm excited for you to hear them. So, with that said, let's get the party started. Let's do some check-in. Any stations looking to check in, you know the rules. Call sign, location. That's a pizza. Call sign, location, GTH, local temperature. KD2LRX with Pittsburgh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody out there. This is Kilo Bravo 6, Delta Hotel Romeo, Mike, Kelso, Washington, where we have clear skies, 70.9 degrees, 60% humidity, and my radio room temperature is 71.6 at 53% humidity. Back to net control.
Miami, where it's approximately 78 degrees.
Net control. Net control, November 5, Delta Whiskey Romeo. Dennis in Spring, Texas. Currently it is 82 degrees. I have no traffic tonight. Back to you, Jay. Let's hold it right there. Right there. I want to welcome the following radio stations to this net. KD6DHR. That's Michael and Kelso. 70.9 degrees. I have them down as no traffic. I have KB2IDX Chris in Cape Coral, Florida, where it's 78 degrees. No traffic. And 5DWR. No traffic as well. That's our friend Dennis in Spring, Texas. You know what? He didn't check in yet officially. He was rag chewing with me. But he didn't check in officially. That means he might be in the bathroom. But I'm going to mark him in as number 5, AC2AE. Joe, if you're not on the pan right now, tell me, do you know your local temperature? And I have you marked down as having traffic.
Yes, my local outside temperature is 66 degrees and 96% humidity. Ugh. Yes, I have got my air conditioner on, without a doubt.
66 degrees, and you've got the air on. You wanted with something, though, you're damn right. Even though it's 66 degrees, and even though it's been kind of cooler all day, it is freaking humid, man. I've had my two windows open today. I've been working from home today, and it's not helping. There's like no breeze. What the heck? All right, thanks, Joe. Any other stations looking to check in? We are 20 minutes away from FusionNet's official start. Actually, 19. Any stations looking to check in? pH, temperature, and do you have traffic? Yes, we do.
Air control. KB3SYK. I don't know if you got me or not, Jay, but this is Jim from Langhorne, PA, and I have no traffic, but it's 66 degrees and raining like cats and dogs here in Langhorne, PA. Over.
Jim, I'm really happy that you rechecked because no, I didn't get you on the log. But now I have you. You're number 6, so welcome aboard. And thank you, thank you, thank you so much for checking in exactly the way everybody should. Your call sign, your name, your QTH, and temperature, and whether or not you have traffic. You did a wonderful job, so thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it. All right, any other stations looking to check in? Who wants to be number 7 after KB3SYK?
Kilo Bravo Zero, Bravo Sierra, India, Minot, North Dakota. Name is Tom, and the outside temperature is 49 degrees. Negative on the traffic.
All right, all right. Let's hold it right there, folks. Let's hold it right there, please. Let's hold it. KD2 LRX. Just a reminder, guys, to enact the one Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi rule. Before you check in, we had some people stumbling over each other. That might have been why, excuse me, I had trouble getting Jim in there before. But I have KD0BSI in Minot, North Dakota with 49 degrees right now. And then we have NV7SS, Ken in Indian Springs, Nevada. Ken, what's your local temperature?
Okay, Jason. It's 87 degrees here and no traffic. Thank you very much. Yeah, sorry about that. I think I stepped on somebody there too. So hopefully we won't have to do that there. Sorry. NV7. Yeah.
Oh, that's quite all right. That's why pencils have erasers, my friends, because we all do that every once in a while. So I appreciate that. NV7SS, 87 degrees. So far, you got the warmest temperature. You beat Dennis. All right. Who wants to be number 9? Who wants to be number 10? Don't forget that 3 Mississippi rule before checking in. KD2 LRS, we're doing pre-checks with 15 minutes remaining. I forgot. KB6DHR, no traffic. 5 degrees. And I'll have a weather update. Good evening. All right, Howie, I got you in there. KD2 MSU. I think you said 65 degrees. You got your weather, of course, so I have you marked as traffic. And I also heard that other station, I think it was KD6DHR, saying that he didn't have traffic, and I got you in there. All right, who wants to be number 10? KD2 LRX. anybody looking to check in, 82 LRX. KD2 LRX, reminding everybody that coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have the start of FusionNet, which we do every Thursday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. However, we always have this thing called pre-checks, which start at 8:30, where stations can check in early with their call sign, their name, their TTH, and local temperature. Also, want to remind anybody that just got on this that tonight is trivia night, and last month, I believe it was, or maybe the month before even, I did a presidential trivia. Well, guess what, folks? It is back with all new questions. We have, I think it's something like, let me see, how many questions do I have? I have a lot of questions. I think I have like 6 questions or something for you all tonight. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I decided to do this for like the last 2 weeks. So, you guys are about to have a blast, I hope. So, there you have it. KD2LRX, looking for anybody looking to check in.
Kilo Alpha 5, Uniform, Lima Echo, Ralph, West Texas.
All right, we have Ralph in San Angelo, Texas. Ralph, need your local temperature, and do you have traffic?
No, sir, I do not have traffic for the time being. It is 77.5 degrees here in West Texas.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir. I got you in there, 77.5. No traffic in San Angelo, Texas. Welcome aboard, my friend. All right, any other stations looking to check in? We just had our 10th check-in. Who wants to be number 11?
KP6DHR, are you going to post the trivia questions on the website at any point? I'd like to get a head start.
And I was trying to sign in and was typing in, and it's still doing this. My my email. So if I type in like TD2LRX, right? It's typing it so that like my call sign essentially for my email address will come out backwards. So I guess I have to do it like this. Let's see. RX I gotta figure this one out. KD2LRX. All right, I pulled up my email. I got my presidential trivia all set and ready to go. And we actually have 7 questions tonight, guys. So this one is a bonus question. So we're gonna have fun. All right, KD2LRX.
My answer is Martin Van Buren.
KB6DHR, that's a good question. We didn't get to post it. I apologize for that. But with that said, we can certainly repeat any questions that you have, or any questions that you need us to repeat as many times as you need. KD2 LRX. All right. So what happened, guys, yesterday was, well, I completed the questions. I think it was on Monday night, but I did them on my iPad in like some kind of app, and I was so busy with like work and just mostly work, to be honest with you, this week that I didn't get the opportunity to email them to Net Control, to our Net Control email last night, or until last night. So that's my fault. So when I did email them, it actually kind of emailed seamlessly from whatever notepad app I had on the iPad to the email address. Actually, really, really nicely. I was kind of shocked how seamless it was. But I had to make sure before I sent them that I removed the answers because I didn't want Joe to see the answers tonight. I wanted him to play along as well. So last time, if you recall, he knew the answers, so he couldn't play. And I thought that was unfair to him, so I wanted to make sure that I deleted the answers this time so that he could play and all the net control operators could play as well. So I think Joe is going to try his best to put the questions up for everyone. I thank Joe for that. And if he's able to, he will definitely let us know. But I know that he is kind of busy doing things behind the scenes for net controls as well. So we'll see if he's able to do it. No pressure, anyway. Any stations looking to check in, may do so now. KD2 LRX AC2A. I think, Joe, just so you know, Annette did send the question over. I see it on my end. At least I thought I did today. Maybe I didn't. Maybe my mistake. So disregard what I just said, but I thought that she sent it, but maybe not.
Yes, Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo. Yes, I got it too. But I like anything from the FusionNet to the FusionNet go through the FusionNet email so it gets activity. And there's a few reasons behind that. You know, just in case we do pick up a new net control operator or someone that everybody that's on the email list get it. So I just sent the text out. I don't know if you've just seen that, if that's why you're replying to that.
Yes, and actually, I suppose I don't even know where I saw her where I saw her joke come into. I just assumed that it was through the FusionNet, but I guess it wasn't because I just looked and I didn't see it come through. Because obviously I see those emails, the FusionNet emails, as they come through. But anyway, yeah, no, I totally agree. Everything should come in through the FusionNet.org. Any official net business absolutely always should come in through that email address. No question about it. All right, guys, we are just about 120 seconds away from the official start of the FusionNet, so please stand by.
Oh, wow. These are good questions, man. These are awesome. Whew. Well, you know what? I do know the first one. I do know the second one. But I don't know this third one, man. Huh. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to post it. I'm going to try and get it up there now.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. I worked really hard on those guys. Actually, the first one, if I'm recalling the first one correctly, did I close it? Let's see. Here it is. Yeah, the first one. Did you know? I didn't know that it was the person that it is. I actually thought it was I actually thought it was somebody else that I have on as one of the potential answers. So you live, you learn. Very cool. All right, guys, we are just 20 seconds away. Hey, guys, let's start this net. So, good evening. This is Katie LRX, net control operator of the FusionNet tonight. And this net meets every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern unless otherwise noted. And of course, you don't need to be a member to check into this net, but why not consider joining? Especially when you find out how easy it is. So how do you check in, you ask? How do you join this net, you ask, actually? Very simply. Check in 10 consecutive times in a row to this net. And at your 10th check-in, please tell us if your email address is up to date on your QRZ page. If not, just simply let us know by sending us an email to fusion@thefusionnet.org. It's that easy, folks, to become a member of the FusionNet. It is absolutely free. You get full access to our website and, all the perks that go with membership. So you get access to exclusive content on our website and so on and so forth. It's really that simple. So this net is directed, and all traffic must go through net control, me, KD2LRX. In order to check in, simply switch off your AMS, which is your automatic mode select on your Fusion radio, and go on over to digital narrow mode. Use your press to talk button, pause for a moment, and then transmit your call sign, name, location, temperature, and whether or not you have traffic for the net. All right, with that said, we are now only calling for mobile short on time and in and out station only who would like to check into the net. So if you're a mobile short on time or in and out station only, please call net control now.
This is KJ7, Bravo, Juliet Sierra, Kevin, Idaho. In and out.
All right, KJ7, BJS. I got you in there, Kevin. Welcome aboard. Kevin, what's your local temperature tonight?
Very good. Let's see. My thermometer degrees warmer up here. It's absolutely just gorgeous in southwest Idaho. It's probably 20 is above the seasonal average. It's just Indian summer. It's just beautiful here. 79 degrees in Idaho. Back to next.
All right, very good. 79 degrees. I got you in there. Thank you so much. You're in and out. I know that. You made secure. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Any other in and out short on time stations? Please check in now. All right, no other in and out for short on time stations. So with that said, we will do a general call for check-ins at this point. Any stations, any and all stations looking to check into FusionNet, please call Net Control now with your name, your call sign, your GTH temperature, and if you have traffic.
KK7AYJ, Annette in Boise, Idaho. We're at 68 degrees, and I will have traffic.
All right. Cigarette Annette, welcome aboard. FusionNet, 68 degrees, I have you in there. And I got you having traffic, which is your joke of the evening. So we're so happy to have you here. Very good. Any other stations looking to check in? KD2, LRX, calling for any and all stations looking to check in at this time. Who wants to be number 13? KD2, LRX. Check-ins, check-ins, check-ins. Any and all stations wishing to check in to FusionNet may do so now. KD2, LRX. Who wants to be number 13? All right, I guess nothing heard at the moment. So with that said, why don't we start off with some traffic and Joey C2AE. Joe, what's your traffic for this evening?
All right, traffic everywhere. Well, just to start out, we got a new category on the menu list on the FusionNet.org, which brings me to this perfect segue. Everybody go take a look at the FusionNet.org. The FusionNet.org. There's plenty of activities on there, good things for you to look at. And if you are not If you are not a member yet, no frets, guys, no frets. All you have to do is check in 10 times in a row, 10 times in a row, and you become a free lifetime member, and you'll have access to all the exclusive content on thefusionnet.org. But the new one is completely open to everybody, and it is labeled, hold on, where is it? Oh, wait a minute, wait, what? It's not, oh, I gotta refresh my page here. Look at that. Okay, refreshing the page, and menu items. Okay, we have a new page, and it's called Missing Amateur Radio Operators. So, if you are an amateur radio operator, and you are a regular on this net, and for some odd reason, you miss a few nets in a row, and we don't know where you are going on a milk carton. So if you guys go check out the menu right now, first up on the list is Matt, K2ACD. So go check out the page, go look at the stats, and if by any chance that you have seen or know the whereabouts of any of the amateur radio operators, all you have to do is just come and join us on a Thursday night, or just contact the FusionNet at node number 40821. So if you want to get a kick and go see the page, Matt Kuhn, K2ACD, is missing. He's been missing since 9/1. Let me let this drop. Okay, the date missing. He's been missing since 9/1/22. He is from Long Beach, New York. His date of birth is 11/26/68. He is a white male with eyes that are blue. His height is 5'8". His weight is approximately 235, and he's got light brown hair. So if you can identify this ham radio operator, contact the FusionNet. So that is our new page, guys. So, like I said, if you guys are regular here and you go missing, we will find a picture of you. We will put you on a milk carton. We have done it before. We will do it again. All right. With that being said, guys, join. You can even join for a free membership, which will give you access to some of the pages here on the FusionNet. And when you do come around your 10th time, just let us know. Make sure your information is all correct on QRZ with a legitimate email address. We need an email address. We need an address. There's certain things that we actually need to get you into the membership, and we'll put you right in there. Let's see. What else? Guys, we have merchandise. We have FusionNet merchandise, so if you want to get yourself a FusionNet shirt, and I don't know, I got a feeling hats are coming soon. So if you want to get yourself a shirt or a hat or even a decal, go to our merchandise page, and you can order your very own FusionNet merchandise. All right, I'm going to save the next for one of our other net control operators. Let's see. What am I missing here? I guess that's really about it for tonight. I'm not going to monopolize all the time. I've actually got to run out for a little bit, guys. Hopefully I'll make it back for the trivia. Jay, if I am not here for the trivia, just throw me to the back of the bus, and I'll be glad to come back in and answer the questions. By the way, those are awesome questions. I have almost got it all done. I'm just adding numbers to them as we speak, so we know which one is which. So I see that you got 7 here. Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. I am almost done with this, so if you guys want to see it posted, I should have it up there within the next couple of minutes. And I gotta say, these are really good questions. I do know some of them. Some of them I am at a total loss for. So I'll be guessing with the rest of you guys tonight. This is Radio Station Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo Joe in Gravesend, Brooklyn, New York. Passing it back on over to Net Control JKV2LRX.
Thank you, Joe. Yes, I forgot you have to run out. And with that said, stay dry. It's pouring out there. In fact, it's kind of getting in. Stay dry. Absolutely stay dry. I'm glad you loved the questions. I really wanted to make these good ones for everybody. So I'm happy that you appreciate them, and hopefully everyone else will too. Oh, all right. With that said, speaking of it pouring outside, I'm not going to blame him for the wet weather, but I'm going to ask him when it's going to snow. Katie, 2MSU, what say you?
So for you, you got to get the magic words to make it stop by you. Everyone else will stop in a few hours. Let's see. Where to begin here? Okay, the rain. There's a little bit of drizzle here in Coney Island too, but basically it's all over. I mean, it'll drizzle a few more hours. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, probably 65 to 70. Decent weather. Might be a little rain on Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, nothing serious. The 18th, the 19th, the 20th, 21st. Here in the Northeast, we should get some of the coldest temperatures so far this year. And then I can't tell what the computer model wants to do. These models after the 22nd. Does it get warm again, or does it stay cold? I can't tell. At any rate, if the temperature out there in the Pacific Northwest, you got about another week, I think, before get back to normal temperatures at least. And center of the country will probably be the warmest relative to normal. On the Great Lakes down toward Texas. Texas, you had a few rain events in the next 2 weeks. And okay, here we're having a party, not a party, picnic on Sunday. I don't know if it was mentioned before, with the local group. It's going to be in Manhattan Beach. I think Joe knows, will tell you. And at first it looked like the weather wasn't going to be too good. That was about 10 days ago, but looks like a nice day. Thanks for your uniform. Back to net control.
All right. Well, Howie, if you weren't Great Neck right now, you would have heard me scream out my window, "Stop the rain, please!" Based on what you said, and I hope that stops the rain. I don't mind it right now, except for when it comes to my I guess screens on my windows. Uh, it gets annoying because it gets things wet. But in any case, I appreciate it. I'm happy that the rain is going to be stopping. I'm happy that the forecast is turning to be a little bit better. As far as the Kings County Radio Club's picnic, I make it every year. I can't make it this year because it's actually on the weekend of my fiance's birthday, and we have some plans. But I wish I could be there. And also it's a big FM radio weekend for me as well. So, very busy weekend, but I wish I could be there. But I hope they all have a blast. So thank you so much, Katie, too, MSU. I think it's time for a little bit of a joke. All right. Let's go on over to KK7AYJ. She's got our joke of the evening. Take it away, Annette.
Good evening, everyone on the FusionNet. This is KK7AYJ, Cigarette Annette, with your joke of the evening. So, Brenda and Terry are going out for the evening. The last thing they do is put their cat out. The taxi arrives, and as the couple walks out of the house, the cat scoots back in. Terry returns inside to chase it out. Brenda, not wanting it known that the house would be empty, explains to the taxi driver, "My husband is just going upstairs to say goodbye to my mother." Several minutes later, an exhausted Terry arrives and climbs back into the taxi, saying, "Sorry I took so long. The stupid idiot was hiding under the bed, and I had to poke her with a coat hanger several times before I could get her to come out."
Wait a minute. Go back to that punchline one more time. I know I always ask you to do that, but go for it one more time, that punchline.
Several minutes later, an exhausted Terry arrives and climbs back into the taxi, saying, "I'm sorry I took so long. The stupid idiot hiding under the bed, and I had to poke her with a coat hanger several times before I could get her to come out."
All right. Cigarette Annette and her joke of the evening. I'll tell you something in that every time I'm net control, you seem to have a really good one. I'll tell you. I mean, they're always good jokes, but for some reason, the last two times I was net control, you were spot on. Nice, nice, nice. All right. And catch Annette's joke of the evening when we post up all our stats and all the other information in regards to the net by Friday at around 7 p.m. So look out for that, okay? All right. With that said, I think we cleared all traffic. So with that said, are there any other stations looking to check in? Please call Net Control now. KV2 LRX. All right, with nothing heard, is there any additional traffic that wants to be passed? Please call that now. Nothing heard, but I will tell you this before. I gotta give big shouts and thanks to him for posting the joke and the trivia up on our FusionNet.org. So you can go check that out right now. So you can see the trivia questions and play along if you want to read them. They are up there. And if you want to laugh again to the next joke, that's also up. So thank you, AT2AE. With that said, all right, with that said, guys, let's do some trivia. Who's ready for some trivia? Please call Net Control now if you want some trivia.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
All right, KV2IDS. Thank you so much, my friend. All right. So we got 7 questions tonight, 6 of which are regular questions, 1's a bonus at the end. So this is presidential trivia. And question number 1, get your pens and pencils handy. Here we go. And of course, you can get to the FusionNet.org and you can track the questions and play along that way as well. So question number 1, what president appears on the dime? Is it A, Thomas Jefferson, B, Calvin Coolidge, C, Franklin Roosevelt, D, Abraham Lincoln? Again, what president appears on the dime, the 10-cent coin? Is it A, Thomas Jefferson, B, Calvin Coolidge, C, Franklin Roosevelt, or D, Abraham Lincoln? All right, question number 2. What U.S. presidents appear on both a bill and a coin? And by a bill, I mean like a dollar type bill, like a monetary bill. So what U.S. presidents appear on both a bill and a coin? Is it A, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and Franklin Roosevelt? Is it B, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson? Is it C, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Alexander Hamilton? Or is it D, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Andrew Jackson? What U.S. president appears on both a bill and a coin? Is it A, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Franklin Roosevelt? B, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson? C, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Alexander Hamilton? Or D, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and Andrew Jackson? All right, question number 3. What does the S in Harry S. Truman stand for? Is it A, Stephen? Is it B, ship? Is it C, Solomon? Or is it D, it doesn't stand for anything? Again, what does the S in Harry S. Truman's name stand for? Is it A, Stephen, B, ship, C, Solomon, or D, it doesn't stand for anything? Number 4. What are the names of all of President George Herbert Walker Bush's kids? Is it A, George, Pauline? Is it A, George, Pauline, Robin, Jeb, Neil, Marvin, Dorothy? Is it B, George and Jeb? Is it C, George, Jeb, Dorothy, and Jenna? Is it D, George, Jeb, Barbara, Jenna? Again, what are the names of all of President George Herbert Walker Bush's kids? Is it A, George, Pauline, Robin, Jeb, Neil, Marvin, Dorothy? Is it B, George and Jeb? Is it C, George, Jeb, Dorothy, and Jenna? Or is it D, George, Jeb, Barbara, and Jenna? All right, next question. Who was the first president to die in office? Is it A, Abraham Lincoln, B, William Henry Harrison? Is it C, John F. Kennedy? Or is it D, Thomas Jefferson? Again, who is the first president to die in office? Is it A, Abraham Lincoln, B, William Henry Harrison, C, John F. Kennedy, or D, Thomas Jefferson? Last question before the bonus. Which U.S. president was a ham radio operator? Was it A, Herbert Hoover? Was it B, Ronald Reagan? Was it C, Lyndon B. Johnson? Or was it D, none were ham operators? Again, what U.S. president was a ham radio operator? Is it A, Herbert Hoover? B, Ronald Reagan? C, Lyndon B. Johnson? Or D, none were ham radio operators? All right, here's a bonus question. This is David if he's listening tonight. What U.S. president had a pet mockingbird named Dick? Was it A, Richard Harrison? I'm sorry, was it A, Richard Nixon? Was it B, Thomas Jefferson? Was it C, Martin Van Buren? Or was it D, Calvin Coolidge? Again, what U.S. president had a pet mockingbird named Dick? Was it A, Richard Nixon, B, Thomas Jefferson, C, Martin Van Buren, or D, Calvin Coolidge? All right, guys, I'm going to let you take a few minutes to get all your answers sorted, and then we'll go one by one and see who won the competition tonight. All right, guys, just one more minute, and then we'll go through, and we'll ask everybody. All right. So before we go to the one by one to see who won our trivia competition tonight, I want to first do another call for check-ins. Any station looking to check in, please call Net Control now. All right, nothing heard. So with that said, let's start this thing off. We'll start things off first with KB6DHR. That's our good friend Michael in Kelso, Washington. Michael, just give me the letters to your answers.
Yes, I know the procedure. Starting at the top. Charlie, Delta, 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 Bravo, Delta, Bravo.
All right, so I have Charlie, Delta, 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 Bravo, Delta, Bravo. QSL?
That's a big tip.
Very good. Excellent. All right. KB2 IBX. What are your answers for tonight?
Okay. Charlie, Delta, Charlie, Bravo, Bravo, Delta, and Charlie. One more time in case you missed it. Charlie, Delta, Charlie, Bravo, Bravo, Delta, Charlie. KB2IDX.
All right, I got you as Charlie, Delta, Charlie, Bravo, Bravo, Delta, Charlie. Perfect. All right, N5DWR. What say you?
Okay, Jay, starting with number 1. Charlie, Delta, Delta, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, Bravo. That's it.
All right, so I Charlie, Delta, Delta, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, Bravo. QSL?
That's my answers, and I'm sticking to them.
All right, fantastic. So Joe had to step out for a quick moment, so we'll get back to him. In the meantime, we'll go over to KB3SYK for his answers tonight. Jim in Longford, VA. So let's try KB3SYK one more time. See if he's out there with his answers. All right, nothing heard from KB3SYK. We'll get back to him a little later. Let's go over to KB0BSI. Order for his answers.
Okay. This is total guess. I'm horrible at history. I got Charlie, Delta, Charlie, Alpha, Beta, Alpha, Charlie.
So KB0BSI, I got Charlie, Delta, Charlie, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, Charlie. Is that correct?
That's affirmative.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, sir. Let's go over to NV7SS Kenneth in Indian Springs, Nevada for his answers.
Okay, Jason. No guesses here. I got Charlie, Delta, Alpha, Charlie, Bravo, Bravo, Alpha. QSL?
Charlie, Delta, Alpha, Charlie, Bravo, Bravo, Alpha. QSL?
QSL, thank you very much. We'll see how good they were.
All right, very good. KD2 MSU, our trivia master. Let's see if he's got these answers.
Yeah, they use a little logic with the last two. Number one, Charlie. Number two, Delta. 3, Bravo. 4, Delta. 5, Bravo. 6, Alpha. And number 7, Alpha. C, D, B, D, B, A, A. Back to you.
All right, net control copies. Charlie, Delta, Bravo, Delta, Bravo, Alpha, Alpha. Very good. Thank you so much, KD2 MSU. All right. We go to A5 ULE for his answers tonight. KA5 ULE from KD2 LRX. Are you there, sir? Annette, where are you, Annette? We want to hear your answers, KD2 LRX.
KK7AYJ, Cigarette Annette. I'm here. I just wasn't hearing you guys. So, Charlie, Bravo, Delta, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, Bravo.
Annette, give me those one more time because I have only 6 answers and there were 7 questions.
Net control. Charlie, Bravo, Delta, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, Bravo.
All right. So I have Charlie, Bravo, Delta, Alpha, Bravo, Alpha, Bravo. QSL?
Good copy.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's see if Joe is back. AC2AE with his answers to tonight's questions.
Okay, I'm gonna invoke my net control operator privileges here tonight. Because some of these I know, and some of these are like, woo. So, my first one, what president appears on the dime? And the only reason why I know this one is because for years I thought it was Dwight D. Eisenhower, but I was recently corrected, so I happen to know that it is Franklin Roosevelt. So C as in Charlie. And the second one I have known since a child because there used to be a television show on TV called Beretta. I don't know if everybody's familiar with Beretta, Tony Beretta, but there was a scene where he was undercover and they were talking two Jacksons and he was like, two Jeffersons and two Lincolns, and so I asked my dad, and he said they're talking money. So I am going to go with B as in Bravo. B as in Bravo. So number three, number three is what got me, man. And I should really know this one because they just inaugurated a ship or I forgot what they call it for Truman a few years back, and it is a nuclear powered sub. So I'm going to say B as in Bravo, only because I don't know the answer to that. So I'm just going to take a guess and say ship because I know it wasn't Stephen and I know it wasn't Solomon, and I don't think anybody would just throw a letter in their name for it. B for ship, seeing that it's an odd thing there. Let's see. What are the names of all the presidents? Now, this one is an easy one. My suggestion to you is you should have put six names across on every one of them. I did not know the names except for Jeb and George, but I know that Herbert Walker Bush had 6 children, so I'm going to say A on that one. The first president to die in office. That's another tough one, man. So I know it wasn't Lincoln. I know it wasn't Kennedy. And for some odd reason, I just don't think it was Thomas Jefferson. And so I'm going to have to go with B, William Henry Harrison. That's a pure 100% guess right there. And which president was a ham radio?
You timed out there, buddy. AC2AE, you timed out there. So far, I only have 5 of your answers. CBBAD.
So, okay, so number 6. Number 6, I'm going to say Lyndon B. Johnson, who was a ham radio operator. Like I said, pure guess, not sure, but I'm going to say C as in Charlie for number 6. And for number 7, I'm going to say Thomas Jefferson because he used to feed his bird. There's paintings of him letting the bird either kiss him or feed him from his mouth. So now I don't know if it's a mockingbird or not, but and I do not know the name, but there are plenty of paintings of him kissing his bird. that would be a flying bird, a real bird. AC2, AE. Those are my answers, and I'm sticking to it. No chip tooth or comments out there either.
right. Well, he liked to pet his bird, I guess. I think David likes to do that too. All right. Very good. So with that said, let's go over to KB3SYK. Let's see if he is back with so that he can give us his answers to tonight's question. Or questions, I should say. KB3SYK, are you still with us, sir? All right, I guess he was in and out, so we'll try K85ULE one more time, see if he's around to give us his answers. K85ULE, are you still with us? All right, with nothing heard, guys, I have to say I graded everybody's tests already, and I will tell you this: nobody got 100%, but one station got 6 out of right. One station got 6 out of the 7 questions right, and I will also say that 2 stations got. Actually, 3 stations, mark that 3 stations got 5 out of the 7 questions right. So we had one that got 6 out of the 7 that got 5 out of the 7 right. So not bad, not bad. And nobody only got 1 question right. Nobody only got 1 question right. So everybody did pretty well.
I want to change my answers. Woo-hoo.
Is that your net control privilege, Joe?
I'm highly insulted that there was no mention of Martin Van Buren tonight.
There was, actually. There was. Martin Van Buren came up in the last question. What U.S. president had a pet mockingbird named Dick? And C was Martin Van Buren.
You see, the name Dick threw me off a bit.
Touche, my friend, touche. All right, so let's go through these questions one by one. The first question was, what president appears on the dime? Was it A, Thomas Jefferson, B, Calvin Coolidge, C, Franklin Roosevelt, or D, Abraham Lincoln? And the answer to that question, number 1, was C, Franklin Roosevelt. Interestingly enough, I always thought it was Calvin Coolidge. I always thought it was Calvin Coolidge, but it is actually C, Franklin Roosevelt. So there you have it for question number 1. Question number 2. What U.S. presidents appear on both a bill and a coin? So what U.S. presidents appear on both a monetary bill as well as a coin? Is it A, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Franklin Roosevelt? Is it B, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and Thomas Jefferson? Is it C, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, or Alexander Hamilton? Or was it D, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and Andrew Jackson? If you guessed B, bravo, you're correct. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and Thomas Jefferson appear on both a bill and a coin. Boy, I just had to turn on a fan. It is so hot in here right now. Oh my god, I can't get over how hot it is. Alright. What does the S in Harry S. Truman stand for, everybody? Is it A, Stephen? Is it B, Ship? Is it C, Solomon? Or is it D, it doesn't stand for anything? If you guess D is in Delta, you would be correct. The S in President Truman's name is actually a compromise his parents made between both of his grandfather's names, Anderson Ship Truman and Solomon Young. So it doesn't technically stand for anything. It's actually a compromise his parents made between both of his grandfather's names, which were Anderson Ship and Solomon Young. All right, and hold on, guys, just 1 second here. I think I'm getting boos. Yeah, I got a boo there from Joe AC2AE. He didn't like that answer. But it stands for nada, zilch, Joe. Nada, zilch, nothing. All right. Let me let this drop. So Joe's going to be happy with this one. What are the names of all of President George Herbert Walker Bush's kids? Is it A, George Paul Robin, Jeb, Neil, Marvin, and Dorothy? Is it B, George and Jeb? Is it C, George, Jeb, Dorothy, and Jenna? Or D, George, Jeb, Barbara, and Jenna? If you guessed A, Alpha, George, Paulina, Robin, Jeb, Neil, Marvin, Dorothy, you would be correct. And I like Joe's deductive reasoning on that one. Very, very clever. Very good job. Who was the first president to die in office? Was it A, Abraham Lincoln, or D, Thomas Jefferson? If your answer was B, William Henry Harrison was the first president to die in office, you would be correct. A, Herbert Hoover. B, Ronald Reagan. C, Lyndon B. Johnson. D, trick question, none were ham operators. If your answer was D, none, although Herbert Hoover's son, Herbert Hoover Jr., was a ham, he was W68Z, you would be correct. So D is the answer. None were ham operators. But Herbert Hoover Jr. was W68Z. All right, our bonus question of the evening. What U.S. president had a pet mocking Dick? I think David knows this one. Is it A, Richard Nixon? B, Thomas Jefferson? C, Martin Van Buren? There's Martin Van Buren, Joe. D, Calvin Coolidge? If your answer was B, as it was for Joe, Thomas Jefferson, you would be 120 million% correct. Leaving us with tonight's answers being Charlie, Bravo, Delta, Alpha, Bravo, Delta, I'm going to throw out another question to you all. It's just a general fun one. It's very easy going. What are your weekend plans? With this being officially fall now, people are doing things very fall-like, probably not going to the beach anymore. What are your weekend plans? Let's start things off with KB6, DHR, Michael and Kelso. Hello.
I don't know, nothing really too drastically different than we normally do. Trying to get things straightened up around here and, maybe go to a garage sale or two, or at some point